is, it's hard to pin down. There's that some persons, when he came, it was never the same afterwards, and they always followed that transcendental light that he brought. So the answer is just that we're very fortunate we received a causeless mercy. Prabhupada explained that one time in Mayapur. Of course, pious past activities are there, but he said ultimately is some people take to Krishna consciousness because of Krishna's mercy. He said it's like the rain. Generally the rain falls everywhere in some area, but sometimes the rain may even fall on one side of the building and not on another. He said, so Krishna is free to distribute his mercy the way he wants. Something like this book, Hare Krishna and the Counterculture, and other studies, they try to analyze just what kind of people come to Krishna consciousness. It's a mundane theory that it's actually people who come from broken homes, or mostly they're of this religion, or psychologically they're in need of this, such and such thing. But that's not a fact. But you can figure it out, why people come to Krishna consciousness, by some material method. Krishna says that in the past life, if you did some Krishna consciousness, then in this life you become automatically attracted to the principles. But that's, even that is a general explanation, that we were some kind of yogis in our past life. But does that qualify us for this mercy? The real answer is, it is simply the causeless, not cause and effect. Causeless means it's not just cause and effect that, yes, I was a yogi in my past life, I did this and that pious deeds, therefore I deserve to get Lord Chaitanya's mercy in this life. No, it's not cause and effect. You didn't do so much wonderful things that you actually deserve this. And it's certainly not because you come from a certain home in this body, or a certain psychology. There's really no explanation, except that we've received mercy. I remember I was on a morning walk in Mayapur. When Prabhupada spoke like that, we all clearly got that impression and felt very fortunate and blessed that this had been given to all of us. Very, very special. And we had to protect it and distribute it. We can also give causeless mercy.
I've heard devotees are everybody preaching. They're trying to make devotees. They're thinking, sometimes they're thinking, am I making a devotee or am I finding a devotee?
I always find that a little hard on the ears when I hear the devotees saying, I made that person a devotee. I made him a devotee. How can we actually make such a claim? We were there, and perhaps by Krishna's grace we preached to certain persons, and they came and responded to our preaching. But they were also must have been eligible, because a preacher preaches to many persons who don't come also. Many persons he doesn't make devotees. Even these persons, Prabhupada didn't make them devotees. Although, in a lecture he gave on the Bowery, he stressed to them how, even if they leave, or even if they don't do anything, whatever impression they have got from this hearing will save them. But as far as that making or helping, it's some combination. We shouldn't be unenthusiastic about them. It's up to us. And if we don't, Krishna is engaging us like that. It's like what Krishna said, that I'm going to kill all these people on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna. I've already decided no one is going home from this battlefield. But I want you to fight and get the credit. So that means it's already decided. But Krishna wanted Arjuna to come off looking like he did do it. So Krishna wants us to make devotees. But he's making the devotees. That was also predicted by Lord Chaitanya, that the holy name will be spread in every town and village. So you may think, well, we're just opening a preaching center in this place, or we're going to this province and that province and distributing Krishna consciousness. But it was Lord Chaitanya who said that it would be done, and He's God. That's why it's being done. Now, the fact that you're doing it in your van, and your physical and mental effort is doing it, that is just a great opportunity for you. But if it wasn't you in the van, it would be someone else. So you're doing it, but that's just Krishna's mercy on you, and it's your good sense that you're taking the credit for doing it. It's very intelligent. This movement will go on, though, without any of us particular persons gathered here. At the same time, we should feel very, very responsible. Here we are in Vancouver. We are the only persons. It's a small group. This group must be made strong, and this group must work hard to spread Krishna consciousness. And that's a fact. But the movement has its own potency and direction from Krishna. And that if it's not this group, it's another. Prabhupada was telling us about that once. He's saying someone had written in a magazine in India that this movement is nice, but let us see how long it lasts. So I questioned. I said, "Oh, so they're thinking that the devotees will go away, not remain?" Prabhupada said, "Yes." He said, "But that is not a fact. This movement will go on." He said, "Even if you do all go away," he said, by the books being distributed, new people will come from those books. So we have to feel humble in that sense that we're not really, everything isn't just depending on us. And yet, in another way it is. Just like this biography. If we don't do it, we're working on it. That does not mean Prabhupada won't be glorified. Somehow, it will be done. But we have to consider it a great honor, more than we deserve, that we were able to do it. You have to work like that. There are different attitudes you could take toward your work. You could think, well, I'm doing this. First of all, it's a big bother. I have to work so hard. It takes so much effort. But at least I'm doing it, and I should get the credit. Or the other attitude is that I have been selected to do this work for Lord Chaitanya and Lord Krishna. I really don't deserve to do it. But it's a great charge, a great sacred charge given to me. Whatever my engagement is, this work has been given to me by Krishna, one should think. Prabhupada writes that in the Bhagavad Gita. Under the direction, the order of Krishna coming from the spiritual master. Whatever you're doing, you should think like that. This has been given to me by Krishna. I've been asked to teach these children. I've been asked to distribute these books. I've been asked to clean this temple. I've been asked to build this temple. I've been asked to, whatever it is. I've been asked to speak. This attitude rather than the other attitude. We have to give our life. And we will give our life to Krishna. But there will be so many more that Krishna will engage in this way. Then when a great soul comes like this, that is very, very rare. And he himself becomes empowered like Krishna, like Lord Chaitanya, to take up the work as an instrument, but as a very, very potent instrument, so that he's called actually Avatar, Shakti Avatar. And then that's described in the Krishna book that in the age of Kali, there's everything is darkness, and the only light is supplied by fireflies, glowworms, who are the big politicians and so-called philosophers. But when the real Acharya comes, in the age of Kali, this is described like in the autumn season, when the rain comes and there's so many clouds in the sky, everything is dark, there's no moon. But then finally the clouds pass and the moon is there. He's compared to the Acharya who comes and spreads the actual light of Krishna consciousness, then the fireflies are nothing. Or it says in the age of Kali is like the early morning in the spiritual institution or ashram, when all the students are sleeping. But when the Acharya comes, he wakes them all up and engages them in chanting the mantras. So When this person comes, then things happen. And so many people get engaged in Krishna service. But he also is an instrument of Krishna. Well, it can be analyzed in individual cases. Someone may be there 7 years, and then you find out that, well, actually, I never chanted Hare Krishna for the last 5 years. Or actually, all along I've been doing this. Or this weakness was developing. Or I may have gone so far and then suddenly lost it. But usually there is some cause and effect. It's a scientific process. If someone is very strictly taking to it, then he won't fall down. But if he stops the practices, then he will fall down. You have to keep going and keep going. There's no rest. Even if you've been in the movement 7 years, you have to keep doing the regular practices. There's so many obstacles, therefore it's called like the razor's edge. But my point is that although we may not understand, we may be baffled. This devotee was a senior devotee, now is suddenly become so weak. But if you examine, or if the person examines, it may be this offense or this reason, but it's cause and effect. You don't just get a disease for no reason. A disease is contacted and infected in some way, and then it comes out. So we can stay free from disease. Medicine and diet. Hare Krishna. The diet is prasadam, and the medicine is Hare Krishna. Thank you, your time. Alright, we'll read some more tomorrow. Thank you.